So, not everyone is against what President Donald Trump is doing out here. I want you guys to take a look at this video with me. And this is of 3 Trump supporters. Let's check it out.
We started off the broadcast tonight with the president's cabinet shakeup, and that's, of course, only a fraction of what's unfolded over the last 102 days of the second Trump administration. The question is, what are voters making of it all? CNN's Van Jones has been talking to Trump supporters dating back to 2016. He is, as you know, a Democrat who is a former senior advisor to President Obama. For tonight's report, he met with a small group of black voters, a man and woman from South Carolina and another woman from North Carolina, all of whom voted for President Trump. CNN's exit polling shows Mr. Trump got 8% of the black vote in 2016, and that grew slightly into the teens over the next 2 elections. Here's Van's report from Greenville, South Carolina.
You do well.
And here we are in South Carolina with 3 Trump voters. You weren't always a Republican.
No. Actually, I come from a family that was like super Democratic. My first time voting, I voted Democrat. I voted for Joe Biden.
What about Trump appealed to you?
Am I allowed to cuss?
Yeah, you can.
I mean, part of it is he's an asshole. I like authenticity.
You voted for Obama, and then you voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016. But 2020, you voted for Donald Trump. What made the change?
I began listening to someone. Her name is Candace Owens, and I read her book, and it just opened my eyes to maybe he's not this person that I have been led to believe that he was.
So you voted against Trump in 2016.
Yes.
But then in 2020, you voted for him?
Absolutely.
Why?
I saw how things were going during his first term, and I was pleasantly surprised, and I was pleased with what was happening. I saw the economy getting better. I saw country relations in certain countries getting better.
What are some things that he's doing that you do like?
For me, I like the border. I just don't like the idea of someone coming here illegally and getting benefits that can serve my community. So that's the reason why I support him on that border policy.
When you think about the border, you think about people coming here who are getting more help than people who live here and who were born here.
Yeah. And I got that perspective not from news channels. I got it from social media. TikTok is like a holy grail. We even see it with the things that we learn about the United States government. Outside of the United States, people are showing Americans, hey, look at what's going on. Do y'all know that your government is doing this? Have you seen this? Have you looked at it from this perspective?
You know, people, when they think about a Trump voter, they usually think about like a white dude with like a red hat on and a pickup truck, and y'all are not that at all. So Donald Trump's team went in, they took down Harriet Tubman's picture for a quick minute. They're trying to like knock out the black museums. What does that have to do with the price of eggs, and how does that impact you?
In some ways, it's a slap in the face. In other ways, I don't care. I care more about how I'm going to take care of my children.
I don't think the average American cares about that. I know I am sick and tired of seeing black people sit there and complain about something, but not taking action and steps to actually try to change things in an appropriate manner.
Under the Trump and Biden administration, they came to certain agreements with police departments to be less brutal toward the black community. Trump has now ended all that. How does that help the black community?
I have a lot of issues with police reform and just with how police officers are treated as a whole. My husband is currently going through the process to become a police officer. The amount of hatred that cops get, even the best ones, I think has become a huge problem, because it has been, especially around election times, when it definitely comes out of like, oh no, the cops are bad, the cops hate you because you're black. They're immediately deemed as evil.
This man is talking about running for a 3rd term. Now, what do you think about that?
The 3rd term, for me, absolutely not. I think it's at the end of these 4 years, it's time to move on.
This is a prime example of him trolling people, because people have said, like, oh, if he gets in the office, he's going to be a dictator. He's going to try to run for a 3rd term. So he's like, okay, y'all think I'm going to do that? I'm going to mess with y'all and say this to take y'all out.
I thought you loved this man because he's so authentic and he's such a truth teller.
But you need to know the difference between somebody trolling somebody, and this is a prime example of him being a troll.
If you had to do it all over again, would you vote for Donald Trump again, yes or no?
Yes, I would. Now, in the future, I am not a diehard Democrat or a diehard Republican. If there were a Democratic candidate who was more aligned for me, then I would vote Democrat.
If you go back in time, would you vote for Donald Trump? Yes or no?
Yes.
I think I might know the answer on this next one.
She said yes. It's immediately yes. No, I'm sorry.
If you had to do it all over again, would you vote for Donald Trump? Yes or no?
1,000% absolutely yes.
Immigrant. Man, these people funny. These people funny. But I'm gonna let it finish, and I'm gonna talk about it at the end.
And Van Jones joins me now. It's interesting. Most of the information that they are getting, or misinformation they may be getting, is coming from online.
Really, 100%. The thing that surprised me the most was how much social media is dictating, especially the younger guy. You know, he said, "Look, I'm learning all this stuff about America that I didn't know." I'm like, "Where are you learning from?" TikTok. China, guys, you're a Republican and you're taking the Chinese narrative about your own country to heart. But that was a big part of their whole information ecosystem.
Yeah,
social media.
Does it seem to you that they follow news closely? I mean,
no, that was the other thing too. Is like, one of the women said, "Look, I do not watch any of the media." She says, I have some influencers I follow, Candace Owens being a big deal, and Newsmax. And that is their information system. And listen, these are hardworking people. They're good people. They care about the country, but they are in a completely different information environment than people who I talk to every day.
Van Jones, thanks very much.
So those were some confident Trump supporters, and they were black. Oftentimes, like you said, you think Trump supporters are white people, but they were black. And some of the reasoning was exactly what I've been saying. One guy said that he likes Trump because he's an asshole. He says Trump don't give a. I said that many times. A lot of people like Donald Trump because he just doesn't care. And he's raw, and he gonna give it to you like he think it should be. He doesn't care. And some people just like that about him, because in the same breath, he's asking a black guy, "What do you think about Trump, getting rid of the black museums?" And he says it's a slap in the face to him, but he doesn't care. What? That right there was a little surprising. Then the other young lady, she clearly had someone in law enforcement, and I can understand her stance on that. But I'm not here to bash how people think and how people vote. But I will say that one thing that really stuck out to me about this is where they're getting their information from. People like to joke and say, "Oh, you're getting your information from social media and blah, blah, blah." A lot of people do. A lot of people get their information from social media. A lot of people are not watching the news. A lot of people are getting their information from online, social media. So people need to realize that a lot of people do this. Prime example, I rarely turn on my TV in my house. Rarely turn it on. If I got something to do, the TV is going to be the last thing I turn on. I do have my computer. I do have my phone that I have in my hand on a daily basis, but I rarely turn on my TV. And I got kids. They mainly got the TV on kid shows. But I can go on to those media sites online, on my phone, on my laptop. But people need to stop downplaying people that get their information from social media, because a lot of people are doing it in this next generation. So there is a lot of potential and a lot of votes to be gained through social media. So I just like to point that out, because people downplay where you get your information from. You can get good information from social media and bad information from social media. Just like the news stations. Some stations might be lying. Some stations might be telling the truth. Both stations might be biased. I just want people to know that social media can be good and bad. It all depends on how you use it and what you subscribe to. Let me know what you guys think about these Trump supporters, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.